What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy JR here. We are back with another video, and as you can see from title and the thumbnail, we back up under the hood. It's summertime and it's hot as hell outside. I have had my car for 10 years and I have not had to recharge my AC since I've had it. I don't know if that's typical. I normally like to ride with my windows down and the sunroof back, so maybe that gave me a little extra time. But anyway, we're about to recharge that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the rundown of everything that we have here. Okay, so this is a 2016, so this uses the R1234YF Freon right here. I got my gauge right here with my connector, and it's gonna take 3 cans. If it's completely empty, then it's gonna take 3 cans to fill this up, probably a little bit less. But if you're wondering what kind of Freon you need to use in your car, if you pop the hood, come under here and look, you can actually see it right here. There's a yellow tag, tells you R1234YF for 3.6, 5.7, 6.4 liters. It's gonna be 709 grams. That equates to 1.56 pounds of Freon right there. So if you got a 6.2, 624 grams, 1.38 pounds right there. All right, and basically what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to connect that gauge to the low side. So we got a high side. We got a high side right here, which honestly would be a lot easier, but then we have the low side right here. So we're gonna connect the gauge here to the low side. Ooh, look at those stainless power headers, man. Things look good down there. It's an SP. Damn, y'all can't even see it, bro. There you go, little SP. Nice coloration right there. Okay, side note. But anyway, yeah, so we got the connector right here that we're gonna connect the gauge and the hose to, and then we're gonna connect the other side. This right here is what goes to the low side. This right here goes to the top of the can. We got our gauge right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that stuff up, and then I will talk us through what we're gonna be doing next. All right, guys, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in here so you guys can kind of see. That's the low side down there, and then we have the high side. But we're gonna connect the hose we're gonna connect this gauge part here to the low side. So we're gonna connect this side to the low side. The car is off at the moment. I'm gonna crank it up after I get this side connected, and we're gonna blast the AC on low. I'm gonna keep my doors open and such. Let's see. All right, so that's a slide ring. So you just slide it back and pop it on. That's locked on and secure, so we good right there. And let's go ahead on and crank the car up, blast it on low, max AC on low. Damn, she sounds good, boy, she sounds good. All right, guys, so I got the AC blasting right now. It's on low, and yeah, man, it's not like hot, but it's definitely not cold either. Nice that it's a kind of a cool, cloudy day out. But so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take this can and we're gonna connect this to the top here. Right now, this valve is completely closed. The needle is all the way to the top, like to the back. Once I turn this counterclockwise, the needle is gonna pierce this can right here, and we're gonna start releasing. And from there, we're just gonna hold the can up and kind of tilt it between 12 and 3 o'clock. You can feel the fluid in the can, but as soon as the can is empty, we're gonna close the valve back up, pop it out, pop another one in, and basically just watch this gauge right here. So right now we see this is where it's at. We wanna try to get up here to this top line. I don't know, it's not even focusing, it's crazy. But we wanna get up to this top line up here where the blue is. Try to get it there. We don't wanna go in the yellow or the red. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Take the can. All right, now to connect it. Now the valve is closed and it's completely reading towards low. So now we're gonna go ahead and open it up. From right here, you can kind of go back inside the car, back and forth, and feel the vent and see exactly how it feels. When it gets cold, that's what we want, obviously. I can feel the can getting cold now. We can pretty much tell when the can is starting to get empty because the gauge is starting to drop a little bit more. But let me run inside real quick and see exactly where we are. See exactly how this is, how it's playing out here. If I can find somewhere to sit the damn can. All right, here we go. We're checking inside the car and it is getting cold, y'all, man. Hey, this is the first time I did this, man. So don't clown me or anything. I actually feel pretty good that something is actually going my way. Yes, sir. So my only thing is trying to figure out exactly when the can is empty. I mean, I don't feel it right now, but what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead on and swap this can out. We're gonna close the valve and see where we are. All right. So we're starting to get into the blue. With the valve completely closed, we're starting to get into the blue, so we're almost full. So now we're gonna go ahead and swap the can out. We're gonna make sure this valve is closed, twist it off. All right, adding the second can. Opening the valve. As we can see, the gauge is starting to drop down from the yellow. I got it wide open over here, y'all. But you're gonna see it continue to drop down. Meanwhile, I will put this down and run back inside and we're gonna check it again. Yes, sir, it is still cold. It's cool. It ain't like freezing, but it's cool. But we're gonna go ahead and keep on doing our thing. Let that junk keep going. Oh my God. That was a Chrysler 300. Boy, that thing is, whew, thing sound crazy. Right, we still cold. I would say each can takes maybe about 5 minutes or so. I think we're still doing good. I'm looking down here to see about the AC clutch, which is still going. Thankfully, you know what I'm saying, we don't have any leaks or anything. Everything seems to be going pretty good. And we've used 2 cans. First one is definitely empty, feeling a lot of condensation on this second can here. All right, so let's close this down real quick. See where we are. All right, so with the valve completely closed, it is full. It's actually a little bit higher than I wanted to be, but you know what? We're gonna stop right there. We're gonna stop right there. I'm gonna go ahead and twist this off. Yes, sir. That's where we are. We run back inside here. Put my hand up against it one more time. Everything seems to be good and cold. Yep, everything seems to be good and cold. We on low. Seems to be straight. Based on the gauge, everything seems to be full, so I'm gonna go ahead on and turn this car off, and we're gonna go on and wrap this thing up. Let's go on and pop this off. That's safe. Nice. Put this low side back on. I'm glad I would kind of recommend doing this. I mean, I don't know, like everything just feels hot right now. So it's like, be careful, you know. You can do this anytime, but you know, put some gloves on or something. You'll be all right. Ooh, I'm finishing this up at a good time. It's like it's about to rain. Again, I'm so sick of this rain here in Georgia, bro. It's all it wants to do. All right, gang, so hopefully that wasn't too long for y'all, but basically, that's it. If your AC, compressor, clutch, all hardware is fine, and it's just blowing hot air, you're probably low on Freon. And this is something that is really easy to do, as you can see, and it won't take you very long. Now, each can, I got this Honeywell right here, R1234YF from AutoZone. It was like 46 bucks a can. It says it takes about almost 3 cans, but that's really dependent on, like, if it's completely empty, it'll probably take almost 3 cans. I also bought this gauge here. This gauge, I believe, was the hose in the gauge was like 38 bucks. So this is something that you can hold on to. I would say, man, just buy this setup right here, bro. It came out to about $192 for everything, for all these pieces right here. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So if you need to recharge your AC, you know what to do now. If you got a 2016 Dodge Challenger RT, I mean, it's pretty much the same on the 3.6s too, or whichever one that you have. So if you like the video, hit that thumbs up button, drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, man. It's your boy JR. I'll holler at you on the next one. About to be chilling. Peace.